I'm going to begin actually speaking about Imperium,
sure.
Because it comes out first, so I thought I love
it.
Yeah. You know, is it quite hard as an actor to play a character who's playing someone else?
I don't think. Yeah, I didn't. I think about it in those ways because then I think I just end up getting confused. But yeah, no, I mean it was interesting talking to Mike about Mike German, who is the real FBI undercover agent, who's a lot of his experiences formed the basis for this story. And I remember talking to him about that, and he said, well, actually, you don't, when you go undercover, the best thing is not really you don't sort of put on a persona or try to be any other way than what you are. You sort of just be yourself and superimpose all these horrible views and things on top of it, because you have to be able to sustain it. And if you're playing somebody that you're not really, like, eventually you're going to slip up and that's going to come out. And
I mean, you've struck me as someone who's done quite a lot of research into every role you sort of take on. And when you were doing your research for Imperium, I mean, you must have been quite terrified by your findings.
Yeah, I mean, it's just very depressing. It's very bleak, and there's a lot of people that you sort of just come up against this mindset where you're like, oh man, you know, it's what my character says in the film, like, how can you ever hope to change their minds? And with some of them, I think it is possible. That's the thing. The overriding thing that I felt was when you look at their message boards and their websites and stuff. Yes, there's huge amounts of politics and stuff being discussed. There's also like recipes and your favorite music and poets that you like at the moment, and so there's this huge community thing, and that actually gave me a lot of hope that actually, like, not everybody, but a lot of the people who are in that movement, that's what they're there for. They're there for the sense of belonging. Yeah.
This is a remarkable debut for Daniel Radcliffe. I'm just wondering, when someone has got a debut film, you haven't got any kind of previous movies to kind of base them on. I mean, is that always? Do you feel it's always more of a gamble to get involved in a project when you don't really know what their vision is because they haven't had that initially?
I don't, because, and I also feel it's different. I think that every first-time director I have ever worked with, and there have been quite a few, has also written the film that we've worked on together. To me, that's a very encouraging sign that, you know, they have a vision, they know it, they've conceived of every scene, and that was what really made me have utter confidence in Dan, was that he, you know, when you talk to him about the story, he just knew it inside and out and backwards, and it was evident how much he'd researched things, and so now I felt very, very safe in his hands.
Moving on to Swiss Army Man, I mean, you play a farting corpse.
Yes.
Literally just a farting corpse.
Yeah.
When you first got the screenplay and realised that was the role at hand, what made you think this is the one I want to take
on? Well, you know, if he had just been farting and had never talked or done any of the other stuff he does in the movie, I probably wouldn't have. But yeah, there was something about just the script for Swiss Army Man was so original and out there and amazing, and managed to be both really stupid and really puerile and juvenile, but also very funny and profound and sort of moving at the same time and beautiful. So yeah, just the fact that they had created this world where those things which all should be at odds with each other just lived perfectly together was so exciting. And you know, it really, and it, you know, all films say this, but there really isn't anything else like it, and you really haven't seen anything else like this film, and so I wanted to be a part of that.
Yeah, it's remarkably poignant, which is quite an odd thing to say about that film.
There
it
you
really
go.
is.
Yeah.
But be honest, and I promise you I won't judge you, but any of those farts really you?
No, they really aren't, unfortunately. No. One of them is Paul Dano, and one of them is our editor, Matt. But the others I don't know. I think that was just a really a long Foley session.
But what both films kind of represent is this inclination for you just to try, every role seems so different from the last few, and I was wondering if that's a conscious decision, if you're looking deliberately for sort of new types of roles, different genres, or are you just kind of going script by script and just seeing where the sort of tide takes you?
I mean, it's sort of a bit of that, because you can't really make a plan for what you want to do, so it's all based on the kind of scripts that come in. Yeah, I mean, I think I get a possibly slightly undue amount of credit just because people saw me play one character for so long that now they see me doing lots of different stuff and it stands out more. But I think most actors, certainly all the actors that I really admire, have that as well. Like they want variety and diversity and just to be doing as many. And it's how I keep my job fun, is to just do as many weird and different things as possible.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for your time today.
No,
it was a pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Cheers,
pleasure as always.
you.
Cheers, man. Thank you. I'm so glad you liked Swiss Army Man so much. That's awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yes.
Nice.
Hey!